For almost a century, Harlem has been synonymous with Black urban America. The historic residential enclaves and a number of cultural institutions, along with growing number of incoming younger Black professionals, the neighborhood's reputation as the capital of Black America seems unlikely to change anytime soon. The neighborhood, however, is undergoing a profound and accelerating shift. In 1910, Black population was about 10% of Harlem's total population. Their share of the population peaked in 1970, when they made up about 64% of the residents. In the late 2000s, there were around 153,000 blacks in Greater Harlem, and they make up 41% of the population, down from earlier figure. Dr. Lance Freeman, a professor of urban planning department in Columbia University and the author of There Goes the Hood, talks about his view on Harlem's gentrification.
About the transformation of a neighborhood from one that you could describe as, relatively speaking, relatively poor to one that is becoming more affluent. Race is not synonymous, or racial change is not necessarily synonymous with gentrification, but I do think it is an indicator of gentrification, just because in the US, whites tend to be more affluent than blacks. And typically it's the case that whites that are moving into neighborhoods like Harlem tend to be the more educated, more affluent white.
There are mixed views on gentrification. Some see it as cleansing the sleek and dark image of drug dealing and crimes, while others worry about losing the identity and culture of the neighborhood. Marcus and Ramona tell us two sides of the story.
Our menu is built from really the population of Harlem. If you look at the map of Manhattan in terms of restaurants, there's about 20,000 restaurants, very few in Harlem, and I felt like there was a space here, there's an opportunity to really showcase Harlem. When you come into this restaurant, to showcase Harlem for something that would make the Harlemite pride, something that would make the New Yorker say, hey, I haven't been in a while, welcome back, and something to say to the visitor, oh, this is how Harlem looks like. Great.
For the most part, the old Harlem nights are being lost. Harlem, its history, its understanding of life is being lost. The people coming in and the young people don't understand what it was like to be able to take part in Strivers Row of a Christmas tree pageant, or everybody knew people. They knew who or other. Now you can't pick up the same phone and say, do you remember when?
The question of whether it's a good thing or not, we can't make that judgment yet. Maybe we don't even need to make the judgment. Maybe a place like Paris Blues Cafe, a local jazz and blues dive bar at 121st and Lenox, owned by a third generation of French and Italian, working with a Latino black woman fluent in 5 different languages, would tell us how Harlem would manifest itself in the coming future.